You know, a lot of times when you're working on yourself, you know, we have a tendency, you'll pick a project or you'll pick something you want to conquer, or you're going through stuff. One of the biggest mistakes that I see people do is that when you're working on it and a thought darts through your head, and you'll stop and you'll notice it and play with it. Or you are dealing with, say, finances or weight, or you're dealing with a trauma. One of the most important things is, I say, tap in the heat of the moment. But also I want to add another piece to this, is that have zero tolerance for any piece of it. As soon as you notice it, you tap it immediately. Zero tolerance means I'm not putting up with this. My mind may give you a memory or may give you a thought. You do not entertain it. You notice it, you tap it. Zero tolerance says I am not going to deal with that. I'm going to change you. I'm not putting up with you. That means you don't play with it. You don't dig around with it. You don't draw pictures about it, and you don't talk about it. You notice it. You identify it. You associate. You change it immediately. And then you make sure that when you're done with it, you're left with something good. Zero tolerance means any thought, any negative thought, any reaction to what it is that's going on in your life. No tolerance for any unpleasant, unbeneficial, negative emotional experiences, ideas, or concepts floating through your head. We do not tolerate it. We're not going to put up with it. We're taking ownership of our mind, ownership of our life, because this is your life, and your brain has a skill of reminding you, pulling to the front, to your consciousness, your past. Maybe trying to scare you, maybe trying to entertain you with a little bit more of the nonsense of the past, but you stop it right there. You notice what you're thinking. You notice when you wake up what you're noticing. If it's not pleasant, you stop it, you tap it, you change it. No tolerance. Not even the slightest thought. Not even a moment. You immediately stop, own it, change it. This will be your saving grace. After, of course, doing your art of change, we call it inoculate tapping, go back to your past and change your past. This is the gift of a lifetime. Own your day every day. Be mindful of what's going on within your own mind. Your own internal translations, your own internal voice, your own internal pictures, change it immediately. This will propel you even faster. Now, a lot of times when people are working on themselves, they may try to figure out why I feel this way. We don't do that unless you change why. So aim it, clean it, change it, and rehearse what you want. Practice what you want. Let this happy journal be a part of your daily life. Put it in your back pocket, put it in your purse, have it on your phone, and go back and reminisce the good times. Replay the good times. See the good times happening also in your future. And as you do that, you will get more of that. Because again, remember, that's how you got more bad times. That's how you got more bad times. You remembered it, you played it, you thought, well, what if it got worse? And you plan it in your future. You know, some of you may try to do it here. You know, try to plan to do it. Oh, Friday, it's going to be bad. And just like what Nick was saying, I have references. You know, and of course the references were that he didn't feel safe. But now, when you change your mindset, then you are safe. And my honest opinion about, like I've said before, my worst memories are my greatest memories. My shame and humiliation in school they made me a great presenter once I've cleaned up my head. And so that's the last thing I want to tell you. Tap, zero tolerance. Do not put up with anything that's unpleasant. And as you do this, your world begin to transform. And I'm very honored that you guys have been here for this week. I think it's just an amazing thing that we're here together, working together, changing our lives together. And just do remember that there are people in your lives, in your world, who need what you've just experienced. And you need to continue working on yourself. You really do. Your life will benefit greatly. You know, we look at, you know, we talk about Todd, we talk about Mark, we talk about Linda. These are real case studies, real people with real changes. You've already started to experience changes this week. Continue the rest of your life. Because there's going to be a little boy or little girl out there in the world that you will make a big change in their life, and it will end a cycle of pain that you used to experience. You know, just like we had this 18-year-old child here in this seminar. What a gift. We saw a 9-year-old little girl sharing how she personally changed nightmares for herself. She called it mini taps. So you be a mini tapper too. At the moment of the trigger, the moment of the thought, tap it, change it. Because again, you know, adults that are healthy will create healthy children. Hurt people hurt others. Let's clean up our hurt. And let's support a life and a world that will be a whole lot better off with emotional intelligence. So we're here to support you. We're here to help you pull you forward. And like I said, if there's going to be people you meet that need this, point them in the direction, send them to YouTube, help them out a little bit, give them a good word of advice, show them how simple it is, and let them be a part of this. Because you're here because of someone else. You be a part of someone else's change too. We're going to change the world one person at a time, starting with myself, and we're going to affect everyone we meet. So thank you guys for being here.